don't believe in luck or fate or any of that. But I do know that I wouldn't have changed a thing.
I smell scrap. Well, not literally. Eureka! I hit solid gold.
Talk to me, friend. It's comforting to have a Dr. Lee come. I watched the... and I thought...
There must be
Dr. Lee... I watched... and I thought...
around here.
never imagined that I would share a home with somebody wonderful.
What is this? Abraxo? Scouring for?
This is me.
There is a smelly surprise around every corner.
Sometimes I think I woke up one morning, smelled different. Then I met someone, a stranger. Over time, well, that stranger isn't a
There
stranger
must
anymore.
be more junk
I don't believe
around
in
here.
luck or fate or any of that. But I do know that I wouldn't have changed a thing.
I smell scrap. Well, not literally. One man's junk is a electron's paradise.
I never imagined that I would share a home with somebody wonderful. I'm glad this is me.
Do not worry, Jingles. I will take good care of you. It's the jackpot 2 square inches of intact aluminum foil.
In times like this,
Do you ever look up at the stars and wonder if anything else is out there?
Hey, you here to chat or something else on your mind? Fully fueled up, she'll get us there, no problem. Us and any friends you want to bring along. And back, in case you were worried about that. Unless someone hits us with an RPG or something. I'm like, 85% sure that won't happen. First place we checked out after we got the old girl working again. Far enough to prove her out, close enough for our fuel. The city's in bad shape. Real bad. Of course, I only saw it from the sky, mostly. I stay with the bird and leave the hiking to others. They only shot at us a little when we flew over, not too bad. Nothing she can't handle. We got a safe LZ now, so that shouldn't happen again. Probably. Yeah? Right on! About time we made another trip out there. I mean, me and my girl here. You haven't been, I guess. Ruckus said somebody'd be coming by. Guess you're it. If you're all set, I'm ready when you are. She's all fueled up for the trip out and back. I'm a miracle worker in the sky, but even I can't make her fly on willpower alone. Ah, don't be a big baby. It'll be... Well, if you do... We're gonna go places.
Intruder, identify yourself.
The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well. I want to be part of it. I'm gonna join up and take on the wasteland.
If you're looking to make a difference, you've come to the right place. Hey, good to see you again. Welcome to Fort Atlas.
I came too far to get turned down now.
Yep, the Brotherhood renamed it when they turned it into their new headquarters here. Of course, what you want to know? I wasn't sure what to expect, really. I built up a picture of them, reading the old logs from Taggarty's group. This bunch, well, they just marched across the continent, and you can sense the strain. Paladin Romani, their leader, she's really something. Makes you feel like you're part of a brighter future when she talks to you. honor. I know that sounds like I finally feel like I'm part of something meaningful. Building a better world alongside other people who've committed their lives to that cause. Sure, sometimes it means doing guard shifts in the rain, but hey. Well, aside from the initiates and hopefuls they recruited along the way, just 3. I was expecting more, honestly, but Paladin Romani said 3 was plenty to start a new chapter. With the recruits they have already, she's right. What do you need? Of course. What do you need? Well, they sure did. Trailing a bunch of recruits and new initiates they'd picked up along the way. Quite the sight to see, no lie. I was really glad I had something to show them when they got here. Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight, he's very serious about protocol and security. Hey there, something? I caught a little flack for using the logo when they arrived, but they were pretty impressed. So much work was already done. The Paladin asked me on the spot if I wanted to make it official as an initiate. I'm not too proud to say I got so excited I barely could say. Suit yourself. I'll be here.
I'll have some armor of my own like that someday.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still insecure.
Not now.
Properly stowed.
Not
We're
until these
awash in
Brotherhood
hopefuls.
jerks listen to me.
I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin.
Yourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old and forge it anew.
Civilians are supposed to wait to be seen.
Keep that armor in good shape. Your life could depend on it.
If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
Hope this knot's true to their word.
That was a Brotherhood matter, civilian, and none of your concern. You're trying my patience, so get on with it.
This place is kind of a dump.
Knight Daniel Shin, Brotherhood of Steel, 1st Expeditionary Force. We've got important work to do here, so get to the point.
Ain't no kind of life wrapped up in that.
Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary.
This better be worth it.
I can do more than just fight. But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I'm put on patrol day and night? Greetings, civilian.
The specifics of our mission are not for discussion with civilians. We're here under orders from Elder Maxon. Stay out of our way, and we won't have any problems.
I want it.
If we accept you as an initiate, and that is far from certain, you would be pledging yourself to our order and our cause. Our order exists to locate, secure, and protect dangerous technologies. Humanity cannot be trusted with the means to destroy itself. We will not allow another apocalypse.
I get to go out and prove my worth.
That is within the scope of Paladin Romani's directives. It takes more than just asking, of course. You would have to prove yourself. If you are sincere about wishing to join our ranks, you would have to earn the approval of the officers here, including me. Is that why you're here? Another hopeful dreaming of service to the Brotherhood.
Take the old and forge it anew. Ad Victoriam.
Make it quick. I am not known by my initiates for tolerating foolishness, outsider. Persist in that tone, and you will learn how much less I tolerate it from civilians. Initiate Dorsey is too trusting. But I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order? If we accept you as an initiate, and that is far from certain, our order exists alone. We will not allow another.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was. Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance.
This isn't a casual decision, civilian. Be certain. Otherwise, you're wasting.
I imagine the Brotherhood would object to a collection of blood.
Wanting isn't enough. And not everyone who shows up looking to join our order is worthy of becoming. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we... But, if you're serious about joining us, you've got... There's something you could do for me that would help the order, and we've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another. People are afraid, or want something, or looking to involve us in... Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me. No. The chain that binds dictates a strict hierarchy of command. And, unless I say so, you're...
I hope I'll get to meet them in person.
To be in the Brotherhood is an honor. If that's truly something you want, start here. Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you... Conduct yourself properly, and we...
This better be worth it.
I am not a receptionist, civilian. I have actual work to do.
You better have something useful to say to me.
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
I don't know what a Gauss is, but if there's a gun that shoots
Oh,
those, I won't.
can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he got to say to me? I'm a scavenger mainly. Always been pretty good with a set of tools, so I do all right for myself, scrapping and fixing things. I trade what I find or fix with the folks at Foundation when I need something I can't get otherwise. Mostly, the problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe, at least they don't pretend to be the good.
What the heck does
All
Ad
right.
Victorium even mean?
Don't blow me off like I'm making this up. These people they had the power armor and they said they were Brotherhood. Sorry I didn't make sure to ask proof when they had me at gunpoint. Listen, I don't have much. The Brotherhood pretends like they're noble, but then they let Raiders don't act like something, and at least the gangs defend their own. The problem? Yeah, I'm a people. Never understood. I came here. At least they don't. Hey, listen, thanks. I just needed someone to listen and take me seriously. I hope you can convince them.
Throwing nukes left and
Got something else to ask me?
The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
efficiency
Yeah,
of the Brotherhood
ignore the-
response to visitors is...
We're all links in the chain, bound in Brotherhood.
Not true to their word. Something... Well, now look at you. You with these steel brother fellas? I've been...
I am a link in the chain that binds. That
Longer than I prefer. These steel type. Heard the news about these fellas and reckoned I'd better. Farming such as it is. Got a patch ain't barely more than scald. Well, it's about time. I'd like... So, what's this night fella?
Hey, here comes trouble. I hope.
Got seed in the ground right now. I ain't yet seen a raider willing to scrabble in the soil for seed. Ain't much to tell. Been a farmer one way or another, all my life. Set up in these parts after I heard it was safe again. Ain't much use bellyaching about it, but neither am I just gonna roll over and let some bully. A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steeds. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make 'em raiders too. Well, I ain't got... So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra. In return, I want these steel boys. Fair enough. Can't expect more than that.
Local recruits appear healthy, if underfed.
Hey! Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Who, me? Nah.
disorder is to be expected in a place that lacks
I just
Brotherhood
told you,
oversight.
dummy. Tally Lang.
Still, this is...
Shin? He the scary guy?
Make it quick if you would. My bones ain't getting any younger.
What? Me? A raider? No. A little old me? Don't be silly. Oh, I'm just a poor country girl, you know? Parents died at 8. It's pretty scary out there. Just a bunch of orphans helping. We'd sure feel a lot safer with some of those. Yeah, that's right. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys and for self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor innocent.
This one's a little sour and we're all in for it. Mark my words.
Hey, I get it. Promises backfire all the time. Well, go get him, Tiger.
Yes. Something I can help you with? I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. Pardon my manners. I am out of practice. Too much. Perhaps I spoke too hastily. I can be rather unthinkingly brusque. Doctor, are you working with this knight? I am sure you have more interesting things to do than listen. In short, I trained in multiple specialties before the war, and had a brief career as a research scientist. Finding myself fortunate enough to survive, I have continued my... Please do not ask me to examine any strange growths. I am not. I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, my research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain, but I came to see if an arrangement could be made. But from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much dis... Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs...
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance.
Thank you.
Appalachia's future will be decided.
What is it now?
Do not attempt... Have you finished the task I gave you? Good. Let's get... I have the list from their arrival.
I imagine the Brotherhood would object to the collection of blood samples.
The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal... intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and none. Our job is to procure and protect technology. If the doctor's research proves dangerous, until then... Next report. We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods.
Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance.
This is not a charity. As a civilian, the Brotherhood, however, has a duty to its mission, and that does... Enough about that. What's next?
Find, protect, and preserve.
No. We are...
All this concrete faces like a tomb.
That aligns with my observation of her when she arrived. Your judgment may be better than I expected. Moving on. Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
Hope this lot's true to
You should
their
get that
word.
mutation treated, civilian.
That sounds like something Paladin Romani would say. But what he believes is of no concern of ours. Our people did not rob this man. We are not involved. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of... Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. And go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention. What I am going to do is make the recommendations I see fit in my report to Paladin Romani. As the commanding officer, the final decisions will be heard.
Got to be getting back to the farm soon.
Be vigilant, outsider. Did somebody direct you to me?
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
Does this look like a social club to you?
Bound in brotherhood.
It sounds to me like you haven't decided your purpose in this world. As you can see, I keep records of our stockpiles, distribute. Since we only have one Paladin here, I also lead various combat operations and support Paladin. To be clear, my duty... Make it quick, please. To procure and preserve dangerous tech... Since the world went to pieces, anyone and everyone has been using what they can find in the wasteland to their own ends. Unrestricted, if things continue like this. The 1st Expeditionary Force was tasked with investigating several valued technological sites. From here, we would report back on the fate of the preceding Appalachian chapter, carrying on the Brotherhood's mission in their stead, or we would have done that report if we still had a working long-distance transmitter. We have Raiders to thank for that one.
Fort Atlas is in good hands. Night Shin's trained
That
us
lines
well.
up with our discovery so far.
This is my place, my mission.
That information is clear. There is, and my interpretation of our orders is that acquiring it should be our #1 priority. Paladin Romani thinks otherwise. She has reevaluated. Ask them.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild.
Make it quick.
Take the old and
Ad Victorium. I trust it wasn't a mistake to let you back here.
anything tries to attack. We'll be ready. Myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go?
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hello, civilian. I don't... Oh, a prospective initiate. The Knight Shin sent you. And I guess we're both... Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I... It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll... Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Glad we can come to an agreement. Any questions before we start? All right. Fire. Ideally, yes, actually. We're supposed to be the lore keepers, preserving old technology. Instead, I spend all my time soldering wires on busted comms equipment or tightening screws on tracking scanners. This investigation will be a breath of fresh air. It's what being a scribe should be about. Can I do it? Yes. Believe it or not, I didn't choose to be a scribe. My parents chose this life for me. Knight Shin would throw... We should get back to business. Normally I would, but today we have a lot of capable initiates. Handle yourself well. Not as a civilian. However, if Paladin Romani lets you join our ranks, then I might reconsider. Sure, ready. Great! Unfortunately, I need to... I don't suppose you know how to spot weld.
Protect and serve.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind. Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs. Here's one. Here's a document. This looks like what we need. This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. Well, Night Shin did send you, so I guess I can trust you with a little information. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. We run a tight ship in the Brotherhood. Or, at least we're supposed to. I was hoping we could get through this without you needing to know, but... Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do it. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the... The diagnostics test can tell us the state of some key components that we won't be able to test manually. Keep an eye on the state of each component and we'll want to look into them. The release valve is an emergency mechanism that can relieve pressure on the intake pipe. If all is well, we'll just be able to turn it and nothing out of the ordinary. Think of the wires like the blood vessels of the machine. We just need to do a little checkup and see what can... Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Interesting. We really need to get a team down here to get things cleaned up. Glad that's over with. Back at it! That does it for the inspection. Let's talk. All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop. Intake valves ruptured. All right, let's go over the inspection. The diagnostics check revealed flux disruption in the induction loop. Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went. Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires... All right, let's go. The diagnostics check. Flux disruption. Misaligned. Next, we have... It certainly did. Last but not... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're happy. Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to... If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. If you can, you are in my favor. If you can't, I'm worried about what our inspection turned out. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor. There's a lot I can learn from examining them. If we can pull them... I want to take some notes on the core up there, so each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. Any questions, or are you ready? You saw what happened when we tested the... I want to examine the stress on the gauge. That could tell us if all that built... Oh, and you may have to pry it off, but be careful of... The brain of the machine. It's the component. It should be slotted into a terminal somewhere. May take a little technical know-how to extract, but... A very important and technical component. It helps force particles into... Could take a bit of manual... I'm counting on you. machine core. That doesn't sound good. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? Is this ultra... None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything. The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to... Here, take this letter to Paladin. She'll make the final call on letting you into the I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project. Thanks again for your help. And good luck with the Paladin.
About my latest patrol.
must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need? As a paladin, I am the commander of the 1st Expeditionary Force to Appalachia. And by
I need to remind Scribe Valdez to retune my
I've received a report from Knight Shin detailing your assistance in his duties. He has given his approval to your consideration. Word around the fort is that you've been working with Scribe Valdez as well. Well, between this and the report I have from Knight Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks?
Dinner declined. And this ration request doesn't even have a name on it.
Both have given their approval to. Knight Shin said that your attitude regarding the role of the Brotherhood in relation to the civilian community was questionable. Nonetheless, he felt your intentions were honorable and suitable which means he probably thought I'd like you.
I am a link in the chain that binds.
In short, she thinks you are capable, helpful, and possessed of a higher than average technical aptitude. Yes? Membership in the Brotherhood is a commitment to with time and training, you may one day join the Scrolls as a knight or scribe, depending. On a day-to-day basis, Knight Shin would be your direct superior here.
Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again.
With the recommendations of Knight Shin and Scribe. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Disorder is
While I'm not in the habit of explaining my priorities to would-be recruits,
still,
you doing it accomplishes the mission, and we don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the... I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. Well, you should start your search there. They may know more. You can find... Complete this mission satisfactorily. Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of...
I am a link in the chain that binds. And that is what keeps this order together.
Those kids we picked up are doing okay. What were their names again? Started with an M. Greetings, civilian. Find, protect, and preserve.
We're here to protect the people. You'll learn that in time.
Brotherhood of Steel. Has a real hardcore ring to it. Just like the old army, eh? Join up, defend yourself, and see the world while you're at it.
I'll haul 1,000 boxes or fill 1,000 crates, if that's what it takes to join up.